close your eyes. You are floating on the Nile River in Egypt, the ancient river. You rest on a wooden sailboat under white cotton sails. The boat moves silently through calm water. On both sides, golden desert meets purple sky. The sun sets behind. Distant pyramids, ancient temples stand on the riverbank. 5,000 years old, still watching. The water is smooth like glass, reflecting the changing sky. Stars begin to appear. The same stars the pharaohs watched. You hear only water lapping against wood, soft and rhythmic. The river carries you, and as darkness falls, you drift deeper and deeper into peaceful sleep. Hello, friend. Thank you for being here tonight. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It helps me continue making these journeys for you, and it means we can travel together again and again. Get comfortable now, really comfortable. Let your body find its natural resting position, whatever feels right for you. There is no wrong way to lie down. Just find what works and settle in. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Let it fill your lungs. Hold that breath for just a moment. Then release it slowly through your mouth. Let it all go. Take another breath, just like that one. Slow and steady in a brief pause. Then a complete release out. That feels better already. Now just breathe normally. Let your body take over. It knows exactly what to do. Trust that. Check your body for any tightness. Maybe your shoulders are holding tension. Let them drop if they are. Maybe your jaw is clenched. Release it gently. Maybe your hands are in fists. Let them open and rest. This time, right now, belongs only to you. Nothing else matters. No tasks waiting. No problems to solve. No places to be. Just this moment. Just this breath. Just this peace. The day is behind you now. Whatever happened has already happened. You cannot change it. Tomorrow has not arrived. Yet, you cannot control it. All you have is right now. And right now, you are safe. You are warm. You are ready to rest. Tonight, we travel to Egypt, to the Nile River, the longest river in the world. The river that gave birth to one of the greatest civilizations in history. For 5,000 years, people have lived along its banks, built cities, raised families, created wonders. The pyramids, the temples, the tombs, all because of this river. This life-giving water flowing through the desert. And tonight, we will float on that same water. On a traditional boat called a felucca, with white sails and wooden decks, we will travel from Luxor to Aswan, through the heart of ancient Egypt, past temples where pharaohs worshipped, past cliffs where tombs were carved into rock, past villages where life continues as it has for centuries. The sun will set as we begin. The sky will change colors. The stars will come out. And we will drift peacefully on the eternal Nile. Let yourself feel curious about this journey. Let yourself relax into this story. Let yourself become part of this ancient river. Our journey begins now. Sarah stood on the dock in Luxor. The late afternoon sun was hot on her shoulders. The air was dry and warm. It smelled like dust and river water, and something she could not quite name. Maybe history, maybe time itself. She was 32 years old, an archaeologist. She studied ancient Egypt, had been coming here for years, but this trip was different. This time, she was not working, not excavating, not researching, just traveling, just experiencing, just being. The felucca waited at the dock, a beautiful boat, all wood and rope and white canvas, simple, traditional, unchanged for thousands of years. The captain stood on deck, an old Egyptian man, his face deeply lined from decades in the sun. He smiled when he saw her, welcomed her aboard. Sarah stepped onto the boat. It rocked gently under her weight. She found her balance. The deck was worn smooth by countless feet. The wood was warm from the sun. Everything about the boat felt solid, real, trustworthy. The captain showed her where she could sit. A pile of cushions at the back of the boat. Colorful cushions, red and blue and gold. She sat down. The cushions were soft, comfortable, perfect for a long journey. Other passengers came aboard. A couple from France, a man from Germany traveling alone, a family from Australia. Not many people, just a small group, everyone quiet, everyone respectful, everyone ready for peace. The captain untied the ropes, pushed the boat away from the dock. The current caught them immediately. The Nile pulled them gently south, always flowing. The captain raised the sail. The white canvas filled with wind. The boat began to move faster, smooth and silent. No engine, no noise. Just wind and water and wood. Sarah looked back at Luxor. The city was beautiful in this light. White buildings, green palm trees, and rising above everything, the ancient temple of Karnak. Massive stone columns, enormous statues, built 3,000 years ago, still standing, still magnificent. The boat left the city behind. The riverbank changed. Buildings gave way to fields. Farmers working in the evening light. Green crops growing right up to the water edge. The Nile made all of this possible. In the middle of the desert, this narrow strip of green existed because of the river. Life from water. Always, the sun was lower now. The light was changing, becoming softer, warmer. Everything looked golden. The water, the sand, the palm trees, even the air seemed to glow. Sarah felt something release inside her chest. Some tightness she had been carrying. Some weight she had not known was there. It lifted, floated away, left her feeling lighter, freer, more herself. The boat moved steadily. The only sounds were water against the hull and wind in the sail. Simple sounds, natural sounds, sounds that had existed here forever. Long before cities, long before people. Just river and wind and desert. She closed her eyes for a moment, breathed deeply. The air filled her lungs. Clean desert air. She held it. Then released it, felt even better, even more relaxed, even more ready for whatever this journey would bring. The sun touched the horizon. The sky began its evening transformation. Sarah watched. She had seen many sunsets in many places, but Egyptian sunsets were different. Something about the desert, something about the dry air, something about the ancient land. The colors were more vivid, more saturated, more impossible orange first. Deep burning orange spreading across the western sky. Then pink appeared, soft pink mixing with the orange. Then purple, deep purple creeping in from the east. The colors, layered, blended, created shades that had no names. The river reflected everything. The water became a mirror. Sky colors painted on liquid, moving, shifting, never still, but never rushed. The reflection was almost as beautiful as the real sky, maybe more beautiful, because it moved, because it lived, because it changed with every ripple. The boat sailed past a small village. Mud brick houses, flat roofs, laundry hanging to dry. Children playing near the water. They waved at the boat. Sarah waved back. The children laughed, ran along the shore for a moment, then stopped, watched the felucca sail away. Their laughter faded into the distance, into the evening, into memory. An egret flew past, white bird against the colored sky. Long neck stretched forward, wings beating slowly. It landed on the far bank, stood perfectly still in the shallow water, hunting, waiting, patient. Sarah watched it until the boat carried her too far to see anymore. The German man took out a camera, started taking photos. Click, click. Sarah understood the need to capture this, to hold on to it, to prove it was real. But she kept her camera in her bag. She wanted to just see it, just experience it, just be here without a screen between her and the world. The French couple sat close together, holding hands, not talking, just watching, just being. They looked content, like they had found what they came for. Sarah felt happy seeing them. Happy that people still traveled together, still stayed quiet together. The sun slipped lower, half hidden now behind the desert. The light changed again, became even warmer, even richer. Everything glowed. The palm trees looked black against the bright sky, perfect silhouettes, dark shapes with feathery tops. They stood like guards along the river, had stood like that for millennia, would stand like that for millennia more. The captain adjusted the sail slightly. The boat changed direction just a little, following the current, working with the river, not fighting it, never fighting it. The Nile was too strong, too old, too certain of its path. You could only flow with it. Trust it. Let it take you where it wanted you to go. Sarah thought about the ancient Egyptians, how they had traveled this same river in boats, probably very similar to this one. They had seen these same sunsets, these same palm trees, this same eternal river. They had felt what she was feeling now: peace, connection, smallness in the face of something vast, something beyond human control, something sacred. The sun disappeared completely. The sky deepened. Dark blue now in the east, still orange and pink in the west, but fading, slowly giving way to night. 2 stars to the ancient darkness that had covered this land since the beginning of time. As darkness settled the boat past a temple, Sarah saw it on the east bank, stone columns rising against the twilight sky. Even in the fading light, she could see the carved reliefs. Gods and pharaohs, hieroglyphs telling stories, processions frozen in stone, messages from the past. The captain spoke quietly, said the temple was called Kam-Umbu, built 2,000 years ago, dedicated to 2 gods, Sobek, the crocodile god, and Horus, the falcon god, a temple for healing. People came here when they were sick, prayed to the gods, hoped for miracles. Sarah knew this temple, had visited it during the day once, had walked through its halls, studied its inscriptions, but seeing it now from the water at twilight was different, better somehow, more real, more alive. The temple was not a tourist site now. It was what it had always been, a sacred place beside the sacred river, watching, waiting, remembering. Lights came on inside the temple, modern lights, for the tourists still visiting. The light made the stone glow, made the columns stand out, made the whole structure look even more ancient, even more mysterious, like something from a dream, like something that should not still exist, but did. The boat floated past. The temple receded into the darkness behind them. Sarah watched until she could not see it anymore, felt grateful she had seen it, felt grateful it was still there. Still standing after all these years, after all the conquests, all the wars, all the changes, still there, still sacred, still watching over the river. The Australian family had gone quiet. Their children were tired. One small girl lay with her head in her mother's lap, already sleeping. Her mother stroked her hair, looked down at her with such love, such tenderness. Sarah felt something tug in her chest, some longing she tried not to think about, some future she was not sure she wanted, or was not sure she could have. She looked away, back at the river, back at the darkening sky. More stars appeared. First, just a few. The brightest ones, Venus low on the western horizon, Jupiter higher, up, then more stars, dozens, then hundreds, then thousands. The darkness deepened and the stars multiplied, like they were being born, like they were waking up, like they had been there all along, just waiting for their moment to shine. The Milky Way became visible, a river of stars across the sky, a pale band of light. Millions of stars, too far away to see individually, but together they glowed. Together they created this cosmic stream, this celestial Nile flowing through space while the earthly Nile flowed beneath. The captain lit a small lantern, hung it from the mast. The flame flickered behind glass, cast a soft, warm light on the deck, just enough to see by, not enough to ruin the darkness, not enough to hide the stars. Perfect light for a night journey, for reflection, for peace. Sarah lay back on the cushions, looked straight up at the sky. The stars were overwhelming, too many to count, too beautiful to comprehend. She felt tears in her eyes, did not know why, was not sad, was not happy exactly, just moved, just overwhelmed, just grateful to be here, to see this, to experience this moment that would never come again. The captain began to tell stories, quietly, his voice barely louder than the water sounds. Stories about the river, about the gods, about the pharaohs who had ruled this land. He told about Osiris, the god who died and came back to life, whose body was scattered across Egypt, whose wife Isis searched for every piece, put him back together, brought him back, made him lord of the underworld. The story was about death, about rebirth, about love stronger than death, about the Nile itself, which died every year in the dry season and was reborn with a flood. He told about Hatshepsut, the woman who became Pharaoh, who ruled as a man, who built a magnificent temple, who sent ships to distant lands, who was powerful and wise, who was erased from history after she died, her name chiseled out, her images destroyed, but not completely, never completely. She survived. Her memory survived. Her temple still stood. Her story was still told. He told about Ramses, the great builder, the great warrior, the pharaoh who lived to be 90, who had over 100 children, who built more temples and statues than anyone before or since, who wanted to be remembered forever, who succeeded, his face carved in stone, his name written everywhere, his memory still alive 3,000 years later. Sarah listened. She knew these stories, had studied them, had taught them, but hearing them here on the river at night made them different, made them real. These were not just stories. These were memories. This river remembered. These banks remembered. The stones remembered. And in remembering, they kept the past alive, kept it present, kept it true. The German man asked questions about pyramids, about mummies, about curses. The captain answered patiently, kindly. He had answered these questions 1,000 times, would answer them 1,000 more. He did not mind. This was part of his job, part of his calling, sharing the stories, keeping the memories alive, being the voice of the river. The French woman said something in French. Her husband translated. She said she felt the presence of the ancients, could feel them. Watching, could feel them here. The captain nodded, said, yes. Many people felt that. The river carried their spirits. The land held their memories. They were not gone. Not really. They were still here. Still part of this place. Still part of the story. Sarah believed it, could feel it too. Something about this place. Something in the air, in the water, in the stones. A presence, not frightening, not threatening. Just there, watching, remembering, existing in a way that was beyond, understanding but completely real. The boat passed another village. This one was dark. Everyone asleep already. Just a few oil lamps burning in windows. Dogs barking somewhere. The sound carrying across the water, then fading, then gone. The village disappeared behind them, swallowed by darkness, by distance, by time. The river widened here, became broader. The banks farther apart. Islands appeared in the middle. Dark shapes in darker water. Palm trees growing on them. Birds roosting for the night. Making small sounds. Settling, resting, dreaming, whatever birds dream. The air was cooler now. Not cold, never cold, but pleasant, comfortable. Sarah pulled a thin blanket over her legs. The blanket was soft, old, used, loved. She felt cozy, safe, like a child, like someone being taken care of, like someone who could finally let go and just be. Hours passed. Sarah was not sure how many. time felt different here. Slower, less important, less real. The stars moved across the sky. The moon rose, a crescent moon, thin and delicate, hanging low on the horizon. The same moon the pharaohs had watched. The same moon that had guided travelers for thousands of years. The same moon that would be here long after everyone on this boat was gone. The Australian children were all asleep now. The parents too, leaning against each other, breathing deeply, peacefully. The French couple sat quietly, still holding hands, still watching the river, still together. The German man had put his camera away, was lying back, staring up, lost in his own thoughts. Sarah felt drowsy, her eyes heavy, her body completely relaxed. The boat rocked gently. The rhythm was perfect, like being rocked to sleep, like being held. The water sounds were constant, soothing, never changing, never stopping, eternal. She thought about her life back home, her apartment, her university office, her routine. It all seemed far away, like another world, like another life, like something that belonged to someone else. Here, on this boat, on this river, under these stars, she was different, simpler, truer, more herself than she had been in years. She thought about why she loved Egypt, why she kept coming back, why she had dedicated her career to studying this place. It was not just the history, not just the artifacts, not just the intellectual puzzle. It was this feeling, this connection to something bigger, something older, something that put her own small life into perspective, made her problems seem smaller, made her worries seem less important, made her grateful just to be alive, just to be here, just to witness. This Dot, the captain, was quiet now, standing at the tiller, guiding the boat, his face peaceful, content. He had done this thousands of times, would do it thousands more. This was his life, his calling, his purpose, taking people on this journey, sharing this river, being part of this story. Sarah envied him, envied his certainty, his contentment, his connection to place and purpose. They passed another temple. Sarah did not know which one, could barely see it, just a dark shape against the stars. Stone blocks, piled up, columns standing, walls standing, still there, still holding, still remembering. She wondered who had worshipped there, what prayers had been said, what hopes had been voiced, what griefs had been shared. All lost now, all forgotten, but the stones remained. The stones remembered. In their own way, they kept the faith. A fish jumped, broke the surface, splashed back down. Ripples spread, caught the moonlight, made circles of silver, spreading and spreading until they disappeared. Gone, but not really gone. Just dissolved back into the river, back into the flow, back into the eternal movement of water toward the sea. The sky was beginning to change. Not light yet, but different. Less deep, less black. The stars were still bright, but Sarah could feel dawn approaching, could sense it, the way animals sense weather, the way plants sense seasons, some ancient knowledge in her body, some connection to the earth and its rhythms. The captain spoke, said they were close to Aswan now, would arrive soon. Sarah felt both relieved and sad. Relieved to have made the journey, sad for it to end. She wanted to stay on this boat forever. Keep floating, keep watching stars, keep feeling this peace. But nothing lasted forever. Everything ended. Even the best things, maybe especially the best things. The river narrowed. The banks drew closer. More buildings appeared. Lights. Signs of a city. Aswan was waking up. Fishermen already on the water. Small boats. Nets ready. Beginning their day as Sarah's night ended. The felucca turned toward a dock. The captain lowered the sail. The white canvas came down. The boat slowed, drifted, touched the wooden pier gently, perfectly. The journey was over. The passengers began to wake, stretch, gather their things. The children rubbed their eyes, looked around, confused about where they were. Their parents smiled, reminded them Egypt, the Nile, the adventure. Sarah did not move yet, wanted to hold this moment a little longer, wanted to remember everything. The feel of the cushions beneath her, the sound of the water, the smell of the river, the stars above, the peace inside. All of it, every detail, every sensation. She closed her eyes, breathed deeply, locked it all in memory. Then she stood, gathered her bag, thanked the captain. He smiled, shook her hand, said it was his pleasure, said the river blessed all who traveled on it, said she should come back. She said she would, meant it. Sarah stepped off the boat onto the dock, stood there for a moment, looked back at the felucca, at the river, at the journey that had carried her through the night, changed her somehow, healed her somehow, given her something she had not known she needed. The sun was rising now, the first light touching the eastern hills, the day beginning. But for Sarah, the night on the Nile would stay, would remain, would be something she carried forever, a gift from the ancient river, a blessing from the timeless flow. She turned, walked toward the city, toward whatever came next. But part of her stayed on that boat, on that river, under those stars, forever. Sarah found a small cafe near the dock, ordered tea, sat by the window, watched the river as the sun rose higher, watched the light change from gold to white, watched the city come fully alive around her. The tea was hot, sweet, perfect. She wrapped her hands around the cup, felt the warmth, sipped slowly, tasted mint and sugar and comfort. She thought about the night, about what it meant, about what she would take from it. It was more than just a boat ride, more than just sightseeing. It was something deeper, a reminder, a lesson, a gift. The river taught patience. It had been flowing for millions of years, would flow for millions more. It was in no hurry. It did not rush. It just moved, steady, certain, unstoppable. Sarah wanted to be more like that, less rushed, less anxious, more trusting in the flow of her own life. The river taught perspective. Her problems were small. Her life was short. The things she worried about would not matter in 100 years, would not matter in 10 years, maybe would not matter tomorrow. The river put everything in its place, made her see clearly, made her understand what was important: connection, beauty, peace, presence. These mattered. Everything else was just noise. The river taught gratitude. She was alive. She could see beauty. She could feel peace. She could experience wonder. Not everyone could. Not everyone did. She had. Last night on the Nile, she had felt completely alive, completely present, completely grateful. And she wanted to hold on to that, wanted to carry it back home with her, wanted to remember. She finished her tea, paid, left the cafe, walked through Aswan. The streets were busy now, markets opening, vendors calling, tourists arriving, life happening, normal, beautiful, ordinary life. But Sarah was different. The night had changed her, made her softer, made her quieter, made her more aware. She walked slowly, noticed everything. The way the light fell on old stone, the sound of children laughing, the smell of bread baking, the feel of warm air on her skin. All of it precious, all of it temporary, all of it worth noticing, worth appreciating, worth loving. She would go home eventually, back to her life, back to her work, back to her routine. But she would be different. The Nile had marked her, had given her something, had taken something to maybe some worry, some fear, some tightness, washed it away, left her cleaner, lighter, freer. She smiled, kept walking into the day, into whatever came next, carrying the river inside her, the stars, the stories, the peace, forever part of her, forever changed by one night, one boat, one journey on the eternal Nile. Now you rest, like Sarah, after her journey, after her night on the river. After everything, your journey is complete. Your boat has reached the shore. Your night is finished. Now you can let go completely. Let yourself rest. Let yourself sleep. Feel your body where it lies. Notice how it has settled into comfort, how it has found its perfect position, how it is ready now, ready to release, ready to rest, ready to dream. Breathe slowly, naturally, without effort. Your body knows how. Your body has always known. Just let it breathe. Just let it be. Just let it rest. Let the images drift through your mind if they want to. The river, the boat, the stars, the temples, the stories. Let them come. Let them flow. Let them pass like water, like time, like everything that comes and goes. Nothing stays. Nothing needs to stay. Just flowing, just moving, just being. You are safe, completely and utterly safe. The river holds you. The night protects you. The stars watch over you. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can reach you. This is your time, your space, your peace, yours alone. The Nile flows on whether you watch it or not. The stars shine whether you see them or not. The earth turns whether you wake or sleep. Everything continues, everything flows, and you can rest now. You can let go. You can trust the flow. Trust the river. Trust life itself to carry you. Drift now like a boat on water, like a leaf on current, like anything that moves without effort, without struggle, without resistance, just moving, just flowing, just being carried, peaceful, easy. Right, the ancient river calls you to sleep. The eternal stars sing you to rest. The desert wind whispers you to peace, and you go. You surrender. You float away into the deepest sleep, into the deepest rest, into the deepest peace. Sleep now. Like the river sleeps, but never stops. Like the desert sleeps, but never dies. Like the stars sleep, but never fade. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Sleep completely. The Nile watches over you, now and always, forever. I fall into peaceful and restful sleepy. Relax each of my muscles with every second they grow warmer and heavier. Am sleeping deeply and soundly. Allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful place. I allow my mind to rest deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. you rest, like Sarah after her journey, after her night on the river. After everything, your journey is complete. Your boat has reached the shore. Your night is finished. Now you can let go completely. Let yourself rest. Let yourself sleep. Feel your body where it lies. Notice how it has settled into comfort, how it has found its perfect position, how it is ready now, ready to release, ready to rest, ready to dream. Breathe slowly, naturally, without effort. Your body knows how. Your body has always known. Just let it breathe. Just let it be. Just let it rest. Let the images drift through your mind if they want to. The river, the boat, the stars, the temples, the stories. Let them come. Let them flow. Let them pass like water, like time, like everything that comes and goes. Nothing stays. Nothing needs to stay. Just flowing, just moving, just being. You are safe, completely and utterly safe. The river holds you. The night protects you. The stars watch over you. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can reach you. This is your time, your space, your peace, yours alone. The Nile flows on whether you watch it or not. The stars shine whether you see them or not. The earth turns whether you wake or sleep. Everything continues, everything flows, and you can rest now. You can let go. You can trust the flow. Trust the river. Trust life itself to carry you. Drift now like a boat on water, like a leaf on current, like anything that moves without effort, without struggle, without resistance, just moving, just flowing, just being carried, peaceful, easy. Right, the ancient river calls you to sleep. The eternal stars sing you to rest. The desert wind whispers you to peace, and you go. You surrender. You float away into the deepest sleep, into the deepest rest, into the deepest peace. Sleep now, like the river sleeps, but never stops, like the desert sleeps, but never dies, like the stars sleep, but never fade. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully, sleep completely. The Nile watches over you, now and always, forever. I fall into peaceful and restful sleepy. Relax each of my muscles with every second they grow warmer and heavier. Am sleeping deeply and soundly. Allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful place. I allow my mind to rest deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. Now you rest, like Sarah, after her journey, after her night on the river, after everything, your journey is complete. Your boat has reached the shore. Your night is finished. Now you can let go completely. Let yourself rest. Let yourself sleep. Feel your body where it lies. Notice how it has settled into comfort, how it has found its perfect position, how it is ready now, ready to release, ready to rest, ready to dream. Breathe slowly, naturally, without effort. Your body knows how. Your body has always known. Just let it breathe. Just let it be. Just let it rest. Let the images drift through your mind if they want to. The river, the boat, the stars, the temples, the stories. Let them come. Let them flow. Let them pass like water, like time, like everything that comes and goes. Nothing stays. Nothing needs to stay. Just flowing, just moving, just being. You are safe, completely and utterly safe. The river holds you. The night protects you. The stars watch over you. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can reach you. This is your time, your space, your peace, yours alone. The Nile flows on whether you watch it or not. The stars shine whether you see them or not. The earth turns whether you wake or sleep. Everything continues, everything flows, and you can rest now. You can let go. You can trust the flow. Trust the river. Trust life itself to carry you. Drift now like a boat on water, like a leaf on current, like anything that moves without effort, without struggle, without resistance, just moving, just flowing, just being carried, peaceful, easy. Right, the ancient river calls you to sleep. The eternal stars sing you to rest. The desert wind whispers you to peace, and you go. You surrender. You float away into the deepest sleep, into the deepest rest, into the deepest peace. Sleep now. Like the river sleeps, but never stops. Like the desert sleeps, but never dies. Like the stars sleep, but never fade. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Sleep completely. The Nile watches over you, now and always, forever. I fall into peaceful and restful sleepy. Relax each of my muscles with every second they grow warmer and heavier. Am sleeping deeply and soundly. Allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful place. I allow my mind to rest deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space.